Welcome football fans around the world to my Euro 2024 prediction video. But wait, before you click off because it's not FM, just give me a chance to show you my extensive ball knowledge. And maybe we can have a discussion in the comments below about how bad you think my takes are. Okay, cool. So let's dive into Europe's most prestigious international tournament. Over the next few minutes, we'll take a quick look into each of the 24 competing teams, breaking down their strengths, key players, and what to expect from them in this summer's tournament. From the giants of European football to the dark horses looking to make a splash, I'll cover it all. I will also be sharing my predictions for who I think will advance from the group stage to navigate to the knockout rounds and ultimately lift the trophy in Germany. So whether you're a die-hard supporter of a particular nation or just love the beautiful game, let's see what you think about my predictions. So in Group A, we have Germany, the host and the 4 times champion. They boast a balanced squad with a mix of seasoned veterans and exciting young talent, with a strong core making them top contenders with key players like Joshua Kimmich, Jamal Musiala and the veteran Toni Kroos. So expect strong performances on home soil. Including in the group, we have Switzerland. The Swiss always offer tactical flexibility and have an experienced squad led by Leverkusen's invincible Granit Xhaka. And the third team in the group is the mighty Scotland, with a resolute defense and looking to nick points through counterattacks and set pieces. And rounding off this group is always a team that brings entertainment, and this is Hungary. They have a strong work ethic and a passionate home support, led by a talented Dominic Szoboszlai. They can be a tough one for any team, especially with their aggressive style. So after looking at each team in this group, I think Germany are going to top this group, maybe not by ease, but being the home nation and the return of Toni Kroos is definitely going to impact them. And second is tough. I feel like Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland are more or less equal. It just depends which one of these 3 teams lose a game. I can definitely see this group coming down to goal difference or someone nicking it by 1 point. But I'm going to put Switzerland in second, Hungary in third, and unfortunately Scotland lost. Now let's take a look at the Group D breakdown. We have Spain, another champion of this competition. But although the team is really young, they are very exciting to watch. And their recent form has been impressive. So they'll look to dominate possession with their trademark tiki-taka style, but I'm not sure how they're going to play their first major tournament without the likes of Sergio Busquets in midfield. And as you guys might know, I truly think Pedri a little bit overrated. And second in this group, the 2018 finalists of the World Cup. This squad still possesses experience and quality. Just the other day, they managed to beat Portugal. Although a rotated Portuguese team, I still think Croatia are very good, with the likes of Luka Modric that remains a creative force in midfield, and the emergence of Josko Gvardiol coming off a win of the Premier League. And I just think that any player that plays with Pep just knows how to ball out. And the third team in this group is Italy, which are the last winners, but let's not forget that they failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup, but they also did change their coach to Napoli Spalletti. So let's expect a well-drilled defensive unit and a very good tactical approach to each and every game. And rounding off this group are probably the team that's going to finish last for me, and that's Albania. Although some people say they are the underdogs because they're a team full of heart and fight, but I think the only way they're going to get points is by being defensively solid and opportunistic in counterattacks. So for Group F, a lot of people may think Spain are going to top this group, but I just don't know enough about their coach, Luis de la Fuente. And let's not forget what everybody's saying about their squad is that they are young. I truly think that Croatia are going to top this group. They just seem really good in all these tournaments. And finishing second in this group, I think it'll be Spain, followed up by Italy, and lastly, Albania. And now to Group C, which I think is going to be a lot of surprises in this group. Starting off with England, with a lot of talented stars and are favorites to win the tournament. They have an attacking prowess that is undeniable, but I do have questions over the defending, as well as their tactical style. I just don't rate Gareth Southgate as highly as others may. And joining them in this group is Denmark. They are a dangerous side with a strong core. They are very direct and may cause problems for any opponent. And it seems that Christian Eriksen may have a point to prove. And let's not forget, they do have one of the best young strikers in the world in my opinion, with Rasmus Højlund. But that's just me. Also in this group is Serbia. This team boasts a team with power and technical ability, but their form has been quite inconsistent. But let's not forget, they have the potential to surprise any team with their attacking flair up front. And rounding off the group is Slovenia. This may be the group's underdogs, but they rely a lot on a compact defense and an organized style of play. And the Serbia-Slovenia match is going to be a one spicy game to watch. Now in Group C, this is a top-up of who's going to top it. It could be Denmark or England, but I do see that game perhaps being a draw. And for some reason, I have a feeling that England may also draw with Serbia. I don't know why, I just got a weird feeling about that game. But I still am going to go for England to top the group, followed by Denmark, then Serbia, and unfortunately last in the group is going to be Slovenia. And now Group D, probably the hardest group in my opinion. Starting off with France, the World Cup runner-ups are a force to be reckoned with the likes of Kylian and Mbappe, their lead star, and their midfield that just oozes quality, and the return of the Terminator N'Golo Kante. We do expect a dominant display from this group. Joining them in Group D are Netherlands, and Netherlands are back for vengeance and have a point to prove after the World Cup. They have a talented squad with a fluid attacking style, but for some reason it's always too little too late for the Dutch in major competitions. And moving on in this group, they are joined by Austria. Austria will be backed by their home support. They're well organized defensively and are a big set piece threat and could cause problems for some teams. And rounding off this group is Poland. This squad has a lot of experience and firepower, led by Robert Lewandowski, in which their success hinges on him a lot. It might pose a problem because I did see that he might have an injury. And in Group D, possibly the toughest group, but we all know who is going to top it. And it's France. They are just so good in every position and in every game, and with so many stars, I just think they're going to be very hard to stop. And finishing second, I think Ronald Koeman will have a point to prove with this Dutch squad, so I think they'll finish second. And this is just anybody's game for third place. Poland are okay, and so are Austria, but Ralf Rangnick may have something up his sleeve, and I'm not sure about Lewandowski's injury, so I'm going to put Austria to nick third, and unfortunately Poland will go home. And now for Group B, starting with Belgium. With their golden generation nearing to an end, they still have the likes of Kevin De Bruyne that orchestrates their attack, with hopefully an informed Lukaku providing a constant goal threat. I do hope they manage to perform. Joining them in this group is also Slovakia, known for their resolute defense, and they'll aim to frustrate opponents and nick points on counterattacks. And in that same breath, they are joined with Romania. Again, this team has a fighting spirit and a never give up attitude, so they'll be hoping to pull off any type of upset. And rounding off this group, a team on the rise is Ukraine. They boast a blend of youth and experience. They play with that creative spark and are aiming to make a major statement on the big stage for one particular reason. So in Group E, although I think Belgium are aging, they do have some really good young stars with the likes of Jeremy Doku, Dendoncker and so on, and the backing of Kevin De Bruyne. I still think they'll be able to top this group comfortably, and then it's just anybody's game for second, third and fourth. I really don't know about Romania or Ukraine, and Slovakia are just one of those teams that can be on it or just completely off it. But I'm gonna go for Ukraine, a Mudryk masterclass, to put them second, Slovakia third, and unfortunately Romania goes home. And lastly, we have Group F, starting off with the mighty Portugal. All eyes will be on the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo in what could be his final Euros. This Portuguese team possesses a squad with flair and experience, but their dependence on Ronaldo might be a double-edged sword. But after watching their friendly, I do think they look very good, although it was against Ireland. Joining them in this group is the Czech Republic. They are a technically gifted squad with a knack for scoring goals. The challenge for them will be maintaining consistency and defensive stability. And the third team in this group is Turkey. They return to the Euros with a young and ambitious squad. They play with an attacking approach and be looking to prove their mettle against any tougher opponent, with their main star Arda Güler. And running off this group is a team making their debut in this tournament in Georgia. They will be full of enthusiasm and rely on their passionate fan base and organized style of play to make a good impression on the big stage. And lastly, Group F. This is an easy one. The GOAT Cristiano is not going to let his team finish anywhere but first, so he's going number 1 spot, followed by Turkey with the future GOAT of Arda Güler, and third, I think Czech Republic would edge out Georgia, which will go home. Now this is a tough one to predict which third place team will finish with the most points. For me, it's going to be a toss-up between Italy and Hungary, but I do think Serbia may be able to get some points on the board. But for now, I think Italy and Hungary will get the most points. And then, like I said, probably Serbia, and let's just say for the top bracket of my knockout stage. With a game between Croatia and Hungary, I think Croatia edge out this game, putting them through to the quarterfinals, and then a game between Germany and Denmark, which is going to be a close one. Possibly this game could even be down to penalties or won in extra time. So I'm going to go Germany to the home favorites. And then we have Portugal and Serbia. Serbia are low-key Portugal's bogey team, but I don't think Cristiano's going to let them get knocked out by Serbia. So they're definitely going to go through. And then unfortunately, I don't think Ukraine beat the Netherlands, so the Netherlands go through for me. And then the second group of my round of 16s is a banger of a game, and it's Belgium-Italy. This game is also another toss-up. Anybody could win it. But I do think the Italians may have a point to prove, and Belgium are not really the team they used to be. So I'm going to put Italy to go through here. And then it's another no-brainer, and unfortunately for Turkey, I think France are just going to be OP. Followed up, we have England-Austria. I just think the English team are like for like way better than Austria, so they'll definitely go through. And then it's another toss-up of a game between Spain and Switzerland. The question is, how can Spain's youthful team come against Switzerland's experienced team, especially in major tournaments? But this is just a toss of a coin. so I'm going to go with Spain. Now on to the quarterfinals. We're going to end up with Croatia, Germany, which I have actually no clue who's going to win this. But judging from the last few tournaments, Croatia are a way better team than Germany right now. But I just don't know about that home factor and how much it could play a part in Germany's performance. Unfortunately, I don't think it will be enough for the Germans and they'll be knocked out, putting Croatia through to the semi-finals. And then it's another banger in the quarterfinals with Portugal, Netherlands. Can Van Dijk stop Ronaldo? Don't think so. He's going to put everything behind it to win this tournament for his country. It's the last dance for him, so I think they're definitely going to go through. And then the second part of the quarterfinals, we're going to end up with a crazy game between Italy and France. But the French are so good that definitely, for me, are going to beat Italy. And then it's another banger. England, Spain. Oh my days. Imagine the scenes in this game. Rodri vs Rice, Bellingham vs Pedri, and what, Kane vs Morata? Anyways, Gareth will probably play a 5 in the back or something weird. Spain will have majority of the ball, but I think the young goat Kobe Mainoo is going to shut down that Spanish midfield and absolutely put them through to the semi-finals, in which is going to be a screamer. France, England. This is a tough one. England in the final stages of tournaments haven't been very good. And let's not forget who knocked them out of the World Cup. So it might be some extreme PTSD for them, allowing France to go through to the final. And then it's probably going to be Cristiano versus the world. Croatia, who are going to be a top team in this tournament with a solid defense and a battle of the goats between Cristiano and Modric. But like for like, if Portugal play well, I do think that they'll manage to edge out Croatia, whether it be in extra time or penalties. And then my final, Portugal, France, probably the two best teams in this tournament. And let's not forget, these French players have a lot of experience in finals of big tournaments. But will it be Mbappe taking the throne from Cristiano, or the GOAT just showing the young guns how it's done? It really could be a spicy one. But since I'm glazing Cristiano so much, I'm going to put him to win this tournament. And that's my Euro 2024 predictions. As you can see, my ball knowledge is unmatched. And if you think I made some mistakes, leave it in the comments below, because I'd love to know some other opinions on who's going to win this tournament. And I'll see you in the next one.